أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. In the name of Allah, most gracious, most merciful. Today we want to recite another verse of the Holy Quran from the second chapter, chapter Kaw, verse 121. So those of you who have a copies of the Holy Quran, please open your Quran and let's recite it together. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الذين آتيناهم الكتاب يتلونه حق تلاوته أولئك يؤمنون به ومن يكفر به فأولئك هم الخاسرون. Chapter 2, verse 121. The verse says that those we gave them the book, it means we Muslims, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us the Holy Quran. يَتْلُونَهُ حَقَّ تِلَاوَتِهِ, they read it as it should be read. يُؤْمِنُونَ بِهِ, they believe in it. وَمَنْ يَكْفُرْ بِهِ, and those who disbelieve in it, فَأُولَٰئِكَ هُمُ الْخَاسِرُونَ, such people are verily losers. There are some points under this verse that I have to mention. You see, Quran says that Muslim must read Quran as it should be read. What does it mean? Unfortunately, I have to confess that many of us recite the Holy Quran without paying attention to the concept and to the meaning and to the interpretation of the verses of the Holy Quran. And this is not the way that it should be read. يَتْلُونَهُ حَقَّ تِلَاوَتِهِ, the real Muslim, the real believers, they read Quran as it should be read. What is this necessity and these formalities of recitation of the Holy Quran? I read for you a tradition, and this tradition is from the sixth Imam, Imam Sadiq alayhi salatu wassalam. Imam Sadiq alayhi salam, in the book of Nur al-Thaqalain. It is a book of interpretation. This tradition is there. Also, you can find this tradition in the book of Tafsir al-Mizan. Tafsir al-Mizan also is one of the most famous book of interpretation. Under the verse, when if you have the book of Tafsir al-Mizan, then please go to this verse in chapter 2, verse 121. Under this verse, this tradition is mentioned there. Imam Sadiq alayhi salam says that recitation of Quran has some formalities. What are they? First, you must recite it correctly and taking care of the rules of recitation. You see, many of us, maybe, especially those who are illiterate, they don't recite the verses correctly. And it is very accurate that if you change the phonetics, sometimes the whole meaning will change. For example, the verse إِنَّمَا يَخْشَى اللَّهَ مِنْ عِبَادِهِ الْعُلَمَاءُ. It means that verily the scientists, the knowledgeable people fear God. The more knowledge they have, the more fearing of God. But if I recite it, in spite of saying إِنَّمَا يَخْشَى اللَّهَ, I say إِنَّمَا يَخْشَى اللَّهُ. The whole meaning will change. The correct meaning is that the knowledgeable people fear of God. But if I say إِنَّمَا يَخْشَى اللَّهُ, means that Allah will fear of them. By changing a phonetic, A, O. Therefore, it is very important that when you recite the verses, you recite it correctly and accurately, and taking into consideration the rules of recitation. Number 2, don't recite without pondering in the meaning of the holy verses. You should think deeply. Tafaqquh, yafqahun, fiqh. Fiqh means deep understanding. If you recite a verse and you think in the meaning of that verse, this is very important. One day a man entered the mosque of the Holy Prophet of Islam, Masjidun Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wa sallam, and asked Prophet that, please, I want you to teach me how to recite Quran. Prophet introduced him to one of his companions, and this companion of the Prophet taught him with this chapter, إِذَا زُلْزِلَتِ الْأَرْضُ زِلْزَالَهَا. This companion started reading this chapter to the end. The last verses are these: فَمَنْ يَعْمَلْ مِثْقَالَ ذَرَّةٍ خَيْرًا يَرَهُ وَمَنْ يَعْمَلْ مِثْقَالَ ذَرَّةٍ شَرًّا يَرَهُ. When the man, he was Arab, he knew the meaning, then he deeply thought about this verse. And then he asked the companion that, really, is this the saying of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? He said, yes, I am teaching you the sayings of Allah, the word of God, Kalamullah. Then the man said, okay, it's enough for me. When everything in the day of judgment, we will see it, whether good or bad, then I know how to live. Then he went out of the mosque. This companion came to the Prophet and said that, oh Prophet, this student left me very soon, early. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said that, yes, he left the mosque, but he was faqih, kharaja faqihan. He left the mosque, but now he is well aware of the way of life. This is the meaning of thinking deeply. Tafaqquh. Number 3, we must act according to the verses of the Holy Quran. Just don't read, just read it for the mere reading. No, we should act according to the verses of the Holy Quran. When there is a good tiding, we should be happy and hopeful. When there is a promise of warning, we should afraid, we should fear. About the stories of the Holy Quran, we should make lessons of them. We should do the commandments of the Allah, and we should forbid ourselves from those things that we are forbidden. We are banned to do them. There are other points that the time does not allow me to continue. Then inshallah, I hope that when we recite the holy verses of the Holy Quran, we ponder deeply in those verses. Thank you very much. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.